You can take color and you can spend an eon of time and just the understanding of the vibration connected to color. We live in color. We are surrounded with nature in its magnificence, in color. We do not realize that the vibration of these colors affect us. And if knowledge of it, then we can control and direct it. If you think of somebody being mad and angry, you will think of the color red. If you think of rage like a bull, you think of red. If you think of power and you think of energy and you think of quickness, you think of red. If you get a book on color, you could get one book just on the color of red. The most important thing for you to know is if I need energy and I need power and I want it done now and I want to stimulate the libido and I want to attract, and if I want to magnetize, I'm going to use the color of red. Now, I'm going to tell you something. With all of that, you could probably be playing for a year just with the color of red. Did I say libido? Oh, yes. Remember, when we get into those image candles, the color of red. If I am doing a meditation and a visualization on a particular subject, on a particular project, and I need it now, I haven't got time, I can't wait for the full moon, the waning or the waxing of the moon, the new moon, because you see the situation calls for now. Depending, and we will get into it, what the situation is. Understand, if I need it now, and I need some extra energy and some extra power on my side, I am going to tap into the vibration of the color of red. Now, I have several clients and students, and they have come to me and they say, Evelyn, I'm afraid of red. Because red is a power color. It has a lot of power, the most power and vibration in color. And some people are afraid to control it or cannot control it. And so, okay. She says, Evelyn, when I use red, oh my God, everything happens. Yeah, but your focus and your attention isn't enough. It's not strong enough and you're losing it a little. Okay, then what I want you to do is I want you to tone down. I want you to use orange. It will mute it. It will still give you the energy. It will still give you the power in a muted tone. I have more time, hopefully, because if I didn't, I'd back it up with a red. But it wouldn't have to be a 7-day. It could be a votive or it could be a tapir. Understand, the more candle, the more time, the more power, the more energy, the more concentration. I've always said if it was very, very easy to just take a candle and light it and burn it, I'd have the world burning candles. It takes you. If I want inspiration, if I want to stimulate the intellect, then I am going to use the color of yellow. Isn't it funny? All of you are writing on yellow pads. Intellect, stimulation, inspiration, visualization, clear thinking, good judgment. And I don't care if I want it for me or if I'm trying to give it to you. Better understanding, better mental communication. Can I solve that problem? Do I understand that person? Do I need clear-sightedness? Yellow. Green. Now, we all know that when we look into nature, we see, thank you, God, so much green. Growth. Newness. Beginnings. Wealth. Prosperity. Success. Money. Better business. Can also calm you. If I want to attract some more success and prosperity and better business and money and personal growth, then I can use the vibration of the color of green. If I want to play into the blues, beside it being also peaceful and calming, the lighter the color of blue, the more the vibration of healing you tap into. The darker the color of blue, the more the vibration of protection you tap into. The color of pink is peace and love and harmony. Do you realize just those 3 words? If I want peace in the world rather than just peace in my house, if I want love surrounding the world, or do I want to attract love to me? Do I want my family to love me more? Do I want my husband or my wife, my children, my colleagues, my friends? Do I want to surround my vibration of home with peace and love and harmony? Then put some pink in there. If I need grounding, had a couple of my clients call me and they say, Evelyn, I've got a couple of sons and a daughter and they're driving me you know where. And they're flittery and they won't listen, and I can't make them understand, and I can't reach them. And I said, why don't we try grounding them? Why don't we give them some stability? Why don't we give them some understanding before we worked on their psyche? Which we'll do. Brown for grounding, for steadfastness. You know, the Rock of Gibraltar that you need sometimes to back you up, you can get from brown. The fortitude, the stick-to-itiveness, that energy to go the extra mile so that I'm not sidetracked, distracted. If I want my lover to stick around, stay a little longer, not go fleeting, not go so much out with the girls or the boys. Ground them. You see, I'm giving you knowledge. Oh, it's so easy to be good. I'm going to love what you guys are going to do with the knowledge. White, purity, balance, the white light. The white light of protection, the white light of God, the purity of thought, deed, work, action. Balance. When you need balance in your life, you're going to use your color of white. When you want to do healing, and we will definitely touch upon this again when we're in image candles, you're going to use the white, and you're going to back it up with the healing power of blue. But white is purity and balance. When we want to communicate with our spirit guides, with those who have crossed over, our family members, our friends, our loved ones, our colleagues, when we want to make communication to the spirit world, you are going to use one of these two colors. Purple or lavender violet. It is the color of the spirit. It is the color to tap into the spirit world. It will help you receive thoughts and images, and some, yes, for some, even manifestation, if it is done properly. If you only want to pray or ask their guidance or their assistance or their help, please use either the purple or a lavender, or if not, a violet. Again, if you want more spirituality in your life, if you want to understand your Akashic records and your soul path and the journey you are on, and you have put yourself into, I have now reached a perfect working level where I will be accurate and correct in all that I am about to do. And this is so, then I am going to receive the information that I need for my soul's path, my soul's journey, and my understanding of my spirituality. I have always called 7-day glass candles, as well as your tapirs, as well as your votive candles, not image. Any other candle I have always called my soldiers. Soldiers? Yeah, they're my soldiers. Because you see, once I take my candle and I consecrate my candle with the proper essential oil, and I light it, and I start my meditation, I have asked it, by the vibration that I have used, to go out and do my bidding. It is my soldier to go out there and to block, stop, magnetize, attract that which I need. It helps me to tap into the energy, vibration, or power that I need. They're my soldiers. You can call them anything else. But when you set up, and we will later, an altar, you will notice these are your flanks and your soldiers. We're going to take just a few minutes break, and we will get back to the continuation of not only the psychology of color, but then we're going to get into imitative and sympathetic magic, the understanding of the use of essential oils and herbs, how to cleanse an area if so desired, and I will be taking your questions. I understand, young lady, you had one for me. You, yes.
I don't remember what it was. I did.
You did, but it left you.
Oh, I know what it was. It was about the Brown talking about grounding.
Yes.
And taking seriously what you said about how to use. And I
Oh, I'm very serious, yes.
Oh, no, I am taking that seriously and knowing when to use it and how far it'll go.
Okay.
You don't want it to go a certain...
Okay, isn't that wonderful? And I thank you, because you came out with a balance.
Right.
The first thing you said is how, I don't know how much to use and how far will it go.
Right.
So the first thing that you do is you decide with yourself, who am I grounding, what am I grounding, or what am I trying to anchor? How bad is the situation? How bad is the person? Okay. Do I need just the mellowness of stability and understanding and grounding and come to your senses and hear me speak? Or do I have to hit it with a bulldozer? Well then, honey, I'm not only going to use the Brahm, but what am I going to give it? Why? Power, strength, quickness, energy, now. What is above will manifest below. We're talking high magic. I won't lose you. What I see in my visualization is what will be as a physical manifestation. If I only want to go so far, I'll only go so far. If I want to put a lid on it, but I'm afraid of me. And sometimes I am. Balance. Purity. It'll stop your red a little. You know how your thoughts run through your mind and you really don't mean it, but thoughts have energy. Okay, so welcome back. We are still into the vibration and the psychology of color, as well as its use in candle burning. The color of black. You know, when most people see the color of black, especially if it's in a candle, they go, oh my God. Oh, this is negative. Oh, this might represent evil. Negativity, yes, it can represent. If you see the color on a person, it is usually considered a very rich color, a very neutral color, and certainly one stable color in one's wardrobe. So I guess it can't have that much negativity surrounding it, can it? However, when we think of darkness, when we think of evil, when we think of that which is blocking and stopping us, possibly cursing us, wishing a negative to us, what's the color that would represent it? Black. If I want to remove a negative, what's the color I'm going to use? Black. Black represents a negative. Knowledge, people, is a double-edged sword. It swings both positive and negative. If I want to take off what is negative, what is blocking and stopping me, what has been sent to me, I'm going to use a black. Before I get back to that and to something else here, I'm going to move on. I have here a reverse candle. This particular reversible candle has red on the top and black on the bottom. If I want to reverse something from me, or reverse something else that someone is sending me, I want power, red, over evil and negativity, black. Reversible, sending it back, taking it off of you. Now, I said sending it back. You can send it out. You can place it into a plant. Please get permission. That will absorb a negative energy. Plant life will do that for us. That's another one of the gifts that God has given us. Nature will come to our own rescue. Pick that which is hardy and can handle it and ask its permission. And then please give it its thanks. But it can be sent, it can be placed, or it can be sent back to the sender. Your choice, your path, you walk it. You can remove it from you. Black is used to remove a negative. That which is blocking, that which is stopping you. If you want to get rid of an evil or a negative, the representation of it has always been and always will be black. If it is a situation, a problem, a blockage, use a 7-day glass candle. If it's a person, we're going to get into image candles. You make the choice if you send it back to the person, if you only reverse it, or if you plant it. Your choice. Knowledge, again, is a double-edged sword. It swings both ways. What do I mean by that? If I can take it off, I can put it on. If I do not want someone to have energy, love, romance, power, if I want them to have anxiety, tension, pressure, worry, chaos, here we are, people. The color is red. Double-edged sword, isn't it? If I not only want me to be successful and have wealth and riches, but I don't want you to, it's still the color of green. If I do not want protection, if I do not want healing, then I'm still going to use my colors of blue and my colors of white. All right, Kathy, you were saying that you had a question for me about spirit.
You were saying about the purple and violet candle.
Yes.
About bringing in spirituality.
Yes.
Having a little bit of knowledge is dangerous.
That's right.
I was thinking if I was to light a violet or a purple candle to bring in spirituality, could it also bring in negativity?
Okay, first of all, you do have to be careful. If you are going to bring in spirituality into your home, if you're going to try and make a connection with a dearly departed loved one, or if you are going to attempt to communicate with your spirit guides and have not done so before, then I would definitely suggest that you put up a shield of protection around you, that you put the white light around you, and that if it is a spirit guide that you are going after, that you make sure that you request that a spirit guide come that is of high repute that is going to be there not only to help you, to guide you, but to protect you. This way you are not going to open the door and get more than you bargained for. This way you're not going to open the door and allow a low entity spirit or entity through. Now, it does help when you are attempting to make communication with a loved one using the purple, violet, or lavender candle to have an article of clothing as well as a picture of that individual close to you, so that you can once again tap into the essence and the vibration of those particular artifacts that belong to the person you are attempting to contact. Also understand that after you have lit the candle and you go into your meditation, meaning dropping down to your levels, you're going to find that you will, one, start to see in your mind's eye impressions, visions, and scenes. Your sensitivity of body, especially if it has been heightened because of your meditations, will also feel the warmth of the loved one coming to you. You will feel a manifestation of pressure on your body or in the room. And if the spirit has enough energy to be able to truly manifest, then you may get a spirit itself, or you may get sight as well as sound. And I don't mean just the rattling of chains. When you're contacting a loved one, we don't expect the rattling of chains. But you will have sound, especially when asked. Also, beside that, you can, if you have the sensitivity of smell, you will pick up the aroma of the cigar or the cigarette or the perfume or the cologne or a particular flower scent that the person was either known for, always had around them. You'd be surprised how many different ways those people we love want to communicate with us, and we can communicate with them. I always say have paper and pencil ready so that you can jot down the impressions, scenes, and visions that you get, so that you can hear in your mind the words that are said. And you're not making them up, honey. If you have emptied your mind and you have gone down to your levels and you have done your meditation on your candle and you have touched into the essence of the individual you are trying to contact, the thoughts that are placed are the thoughts that are placed by that person. Now, question, sir.
Do we combine the thing we did before lunch, the dropping down?
Oh yeah, it always helps.
The candle?
Oh yes, yeah.
Now, is this too soon of a question? Were you going to be explaining how we do that?
No, that was not too soon a question, and I thank you. That's when I said when you drop down to your levels, that's what I meant. Dropping down to your levels is getting into that relaxed state of mind and body, okay? Doing that second beneficial phrase where I am accurate and correct in all that I am about to do, and this is so. Now I'm going to contact my aunt.
And do we light the candle before we start?
Oh, you light the candle before.
Okay.
Yeah, because see, what you have done is you have triggered, okay, your alpha state. Your receptivity and awareness is extremely heightened, okay, when you are going into that. Now, we're going to talk about, yes, dear.
Do you have blessings for the different colors of candles? Because I'm familiar with them, but I don't have one for black.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go through what image candles are and how to use them. Then we're going to get involved in how to dress a candle and how to consecrate it. and then we will choose, okay, certain oils that will be representative of what I'm talking about. And of course, there are so many wonderful others that will be out there to assist you. And hopefully that when this class is done, I will have tweaked you enough to send you on a quest and a journey so that you get even further into not just herbs and essential oils, but even the use of it as far as aromatherapy and as far as healing. There is a world of wonder and magic out there. The first part of the day I said was personal power. This is earth power. And as we get into our mental stages and our meditation, and we call upon the assistance of our God, we are into divine power. We are the empty vessel. We are the empty vessel. And we have allowed the energy to come through us, and it is directed like a laser beam into that which we are attempting to accomplish. You will see that I have an array here of image candles, and they are in every color. Those colors that are used, if you want not only purity and balance and healing of an individual, white. So we're going to start with white. The first thing that you're going to do, if it has wax paper on it, is take the wrapping off. You're going to choose the appropriate oil that is going to contribute and assist in what you are about to do. Healing oil, stress-free, revitalizing, rejuvenating, balancing, so many others. Go on to search. You're going to get your oil, assuming wherever you buy it, it is a blend. Make sure that you shake the bottle. Make sure that you take your cap off, that you use the first 3 fingers of your hands. You're going to put oil on the first 3 fingers of the hand. You're going to take your image candle in your either left or right hand, depending on if you're left-handed or right-handed. You're going to hold it in the center, which is where the solar plex, belly button, and chi force is. With the oil, you're going to slide all the way up to the head, then all the way down to the feet. You're going to state out loud and firmly, I consecrate thee in the name of your first and last name, their first and last name. I consecrate thee in the name of Evelyn Paglini. Whatsoever I visualize shall be done to you. This becomes an effigy. This becomes the representation of the subject you are working on, whether it be yourself or any other. The color denotes what you're doing. You light the image candle. Now, it would be nice if I could use even more imitative magic and I could make the person more real to me. So if I was able to take a picture that I had of the person and I placed it raised but behind the image candle, I have more imitative going for me. If I don't, and I have to use memory, detail, mind's eye, representation of the person, see it when you're doing your meditation if you don't have the assistance of a picture. If I want to use the combination of imitative and sympathetic, which is the most powerful you can get when you combine the two, then I want a piece of hair in sympathy with the body. Then I want a piece of clothing close to the skin of the body. Fingernail pairings, hair, undergarments. Anything that has the essence of you, the subject, or the subject you're working on. Just a smidge. Right in the chi force, abdominal area, stomach area. Take your light, warm it, loosen it, and put your strands in it. Close it over. And I have imitative and sympathetic magic. I have established a link with you, the subject. One thing about an image candle, never forget. You don't let an image candle burn without you being in front of it. I've had people call me on the telephone. They have gotten a completely designed ritual by me to solve the situation that they have. And they call me on the phone and they said, I didn't do it today, can I do it tomorrow? When I was doing it, I got tired. So I went and, I had a cigarette and I walked outside and I washed a couple of dishes and then I came back. I thought this was important. I thought you had a situation or a problem and you needed some help. And I designed a ritual, and what I asked of you was to give me at least 15 minutes each on your soldier candle. More if you possibly can do it, but at least give me 15 minutes. Giving the direction, the directive, the orders, and at least a half an hour to 45 minutes if you can muster it on the situation or the problem. You can leave your 7-day candles burning if you properly secure them. Meaning you can put them inside the bathtub, in the sink, pail of sand. I do not like candles left unattended. Okay, I don't. Especially here in California with shake, rattle, and roll. So, considering I do a lot of altar work and my candles are lit, I make sure they're secure. They're safe. I put them in something so I know that they're not going to tip. If we have animals that we're worried about or children worried about, make sure, again, that you put them in an area. But your image candle, you must be in front of. When you snuff out your image candle, that's when you get up and walk away. Now, let me tell you something. I said a half an hour to 45 minutes, and I understand that there will be some people out there that this is going to be very difficult for. Okay? Then give me 15 minutes and then snuff out the candle. But give me 15 minutes. Give me your attention, give me your energy, give me your focus, give me your desire. Give me your need. Give me your concentration, and then focus it like a laser beam. Give me 15 minutes and shut it off. And then give me 15 minutes later. Okay. If you can do a half an hour, if you could do 45 minutes, if you could do 2.5 hours like I do, okay. Get the job done. But be prepared. Be ready. Have the energy. Don't go and do it when you ain't got the time. The phone is ringing. The kids want you. You're exhausted. And you don't care. Don't waste the candles. Don't waste your energy, whatever there is of it. Question.
Now, each time you relight the candle, you don't have to consecrate again.
You do not ever have to consecrate an image candle again. It is the representation of the subject or the person that you are working on. You never have to consecrate your soldier candle or your glass candle. But I got news for you, people. If you do shut this candle off because you are worried, you don't want to leave it unattended, and you don't have it in a secure place, when you come back, light it and do another 15 minutes. Remember, you have stopped your soldier in its tracks. You stopped it. So you got to relight it and tell it what the hell to do. You got to give it that directive again. You've got to set it on its course again. Yes, ma'am.
I have two questions. One of them is, if, let's say, halfway through, after you've done, if you have to burn the candle all the way down, or can you, when it's halfway through and you feel the job is done, and you snuff it out, can you relight, I'm particularly talking about the 7-day candle, can you relight it again for another purpose later? And then I have another question after that.
No. When you consecrated it and used the particular oil, red, attraction, I want to attract something to me, I put attraction oil in. It is for that purpose. That soldier's going to go out and attract to you what you've asked it to do.
And that burn all the way down.
And it must burn down. Understand something. We are talking, trying to manifest into the physical plane of existence what you desire. All of it must be completed. The image candle must be burnt to the ground. All of your flank or soldier candles must be burned to the ground. I don't care what burns first. I care what burns last. You never, ever use any candle for any other purpose than what you originally consecrated and intended it for it to be. Second question.
Second question is, if you don't know from whence or where comes the negative energy.
Very good.
Blocking, how do you?
Very good question. There are so many people out there, and you might think it's them. And oh my God, what if you're wrong? When you're not sure, what the most important thing do you want to do? You want to remove it from yourself. Right? That's the most important thing. You want to get rid of that negativity. And then you want to what? You want to put up a shield of protection. Shield of protection. Blue, white, shield of protection, protection oil. And you are going to surround yourself with the white light. You're going to envelop yourself in the white light. You are going to see your body surrounded and protected by the white light. And it's impenetrable. So test it. All it's going to do is absorb the negative, and like a slingshot, it's going to bounce it back. If I don't know who's doing it.
You burn the black candle at the same time?
Of course, my dear. Black is the removal of a negative. Always. I am sending it back, if I want, to any person who has been sending me serious, negative, or evil thoughts. Now you haven't blamed any person, and it's not going to harm an innocent. It will only boomerang. It will only mirror a person who's doing the job. Mirror. I'm working on myself. I'm removing the negativity, and I want it to go back to the person who sent it. But I don't know if it's he or she. So I'm going to put a mirror in front of me, and whatever has been reflected is going to be mirrored and returned back to the sender. Question?
Silver candles. Ever use silver candles?
Yes, but again, I want people to basically learn what is going to be used every day. When you're going to use a silver, you're going to get a muted vibration, and you're going to need other flanks, and you have to know what the situation or the problem is in order to complete it. These will get the job done, and that's what I'm more interested in, is people going home and being able to get started. Believe me, if you continue your quest and your journey, you will be richly rewarded. You will be richly satisfied. There will be some of you who will have the journey and the quest and the calling, and will put in the decades of theory and practice and dedication to achieve high magic. And I guarantee you, you will love it. And again, you'll be richly rewarded, and I guarantee you, you'll be tested every step of the way. But that's part of it. That's part of gaining the knowledge. But for those of you who just need help today, you want to attract love and romance in your life, you want a little bit more money or prosperity, or you want your business to be better, you want to do a cleansing of a negativity of your home or your environment, or a cleansing on yourself, you want to remove a negativity, these are the things that you're going to be able to know how to do when you go home today. If you want to help your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your children, you'll be able to today. You want the kid to pass the test? Want the person to be more loving? You want him to find a mate? You want him to be successful? You want to see him get married? Do you understand what you can do? Put the time, put the energy. I guarantee you, you'll get the result, you'll get the reward. You had a question, sir.
Yeah, that consecration phrase.
Yes.
Do you use your name and the other person's
No, no.
Okay.
I'm the practitioner. Hear me, people. I consecrate thee in the name of whatsoever I visualize shall be done to you. So be it. It is done. This has now become the representation, the effigy, the subject of the person. What you visualize is the path you walk, is the balance you must keep, is the test of the power that is given. You cannot say anymore, people, that I can't help myself. And you also can't say anymore that I cannot harm or stop or block or shield myself from another. You have the tools. And the more understanding, the more power, the more responsibility. Now, you've heard me say ceremony, ritual, and altar, right? People say to me, oh, what do you mean by that? That's scary. Am I going to be doing something wrong? Am I going to be doing something against my particular religion or my belief system? Fortunately, I had a father and a grandfather who insisted that I study all the religions of the world. It's funny because I've gone to the rabbi, the Quaker minister, the Jesuit priest, the Hindu, the Buddhist. Fabulous. Each and every one of them have the same heart and soul of each and every one of everyone else. They have a temple. They have a church. They have a synagogue. They have a sanctuary. They call it a different name, but they know what it represents. You know what it represents. And so if you want to give yourself a temple in your home, if you want to put an altar, a sanctuary, a church, you can set aside an area of your home that you are going to do your meditation and your visualization and your work. I would like to see that. I also would like to see something that has given me great pleasure, and that's a tranquility garden. And you could put a tranquility garden in your home or in your backyard. Remember that part of relaxation, that meditation, that tapping into nature and the elements? Oh, what a tranquility garden can do. If you bring nature inside, or if you have it around and surround you, like I have it at my home. I go out there and I tap into the God force. I tap into nature and its elements. Please, if you're going to put it inside your sanctuary, your temple, cleanse the area. What would be using? What is a purification tool? What is a cleansing tool? Sea salt? Sulfur? Cleansing oil? Holy herb? Sacred silver sage? Smudge sticks? you're going to take a smudge stick and you are going to light it, and you are going to keep it smoking by fanning it with a feather or your hand, and you are going to go all the way around the area, up at the top, around the base, all around the area that you want to sanctify. Then you're going to use your sea salt and your sulfur in order to purify and cleanse the floor of the area. Then you're going to use either consecration, altar, or anointing oil, or blessed oil, or any other oil that is representative of making that particular space sanctified and pure and cleansed. You are likewise going to pick, whether it be a portable altar or whether it be something stationary, you are going to cleanse it, and you're going to cleanse it with the appropriate oils. And everything that you put on it, whether it be the cloths, whether it be the incense burners, the candle holders, anything that goes on your area of work must be purified, must be cleansed before we do anything. And we're going to take a break for just a few minutes. When we get back, what we're going to get into is even more imitative and sympathetic magic. How to use more of the area that we have set aside for us to do our work. And then also, we're going to get into, I think I'll save it as a surprise, a little bit more of a goodie that I think that you are definitely going to enjoy. So, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back in 5.